if you're doing something difficult, but it's really meaningful to you and rewarding, it's also worth considering that for many other people, that thing will also be difficult, maybe even more difficult than it is for you, but probably not nearly as meaningful or rewarding for them. So, a lot of figuring out what's worth doing for you is finding things to do that are enjoyable to you despite being difficult or challenging. Because the more difficult it is for you, the greater the curve is for someone else trying to do the same thing or accomplish the same level of results. So basically, every difficult thing you have to do along the way to succeed in your field or hobby or whatever it might be towards mastery of that thing is something that someone else also has to do. And so the more of those hurdles that you cross, the more unreachable your place becomes. And so the more unique your position becomes, the more you become, less of a commodity at that thing and simply unreplicable. And this is kind of how people create careers that no one else can replicate. Because once you get to that point, almost nobody will want to do the same level of, put in the same level of effort to do all of those things to match you. And that becomes your sole competitive advantage. And this is basically what good businesses are built on. They're built on crossing so many unique hurdles that no other business wants to even try to compete. And disruption, in a way, is over time, through technology and innovation, businesses figuring out how to get around those hurdles and accomplish something without nearly as much of the requirements needed. But it's still worth doing these things because they develop you in a unique way. And, like Naval has said, figure out what looks like work to others but feels like play to you, and you will have found your unique calling. So it's worth finding those things. And I think it doesn't necessarily have to be like play, at least at first. It can also just be like less annoying to you than it is to other people. And that's good enough to start. And eventually it will be something that feels like play, especially as you begin to achieve mastery at that thing.